everyone, and my name is Eula, and today we were gonna read is Roy Jefferson's Awesome Friendly Spooky story. And now, are ready to read this? One book with a lot of stories. Now here we go. Oh. Anyway, let's start reading. So today's story is about the prankster, and we should the end of reading at 30 page. Let's start reading it. In the little seaside village somewhere in Europe, they live a man named Jasper. And everyone knew who Jasper was because he was a village prankster. Most of Jasper's pranks were pretty harmless. One time he covered the baker's cart in gift wraps, and another time he filled the village only phone box with a popcorn. Sometimes Jasper would even play tricks on their own family members. And his mother never really forgave him for guzzling with the furniture to the ceiling. But Jasper's most famous prank was the time he put the Major's underwear up in flagpole, which everyone thought was pretty hilarious. Well, everyone except the Major. That was the thing about Jasper's pranks. Most people thought they were pretty hilarious, unless they were one being pranked. Anyway, one morning, Jasper woke up trying to figure out who was gonna prank next. He couldn't decide if he wanted to toilet paper his next door neighbor house or replace the baker's cream-filled donuts with toothpaste. The toilet paper thing felt like a lot of work, and it had been a while since Jasper pranked Julius the baker, so Jasper decided he'd go to the donut thing for today. Jasper got out of the bed and brushed his hair, and then he headed up to the hill to the bakery, and on the way there he passed a few people he knew. He waved to Merlin dressmaker and the Mickey cheesemonger, but neither one waved back. But he figured they were just sore at him for covering their shop windows in the mustard for a week before. Things got stranger when Jasper walked into the bakery. Dieter the shoemaker was walking out, and when Jasper said hello, Dieter ignored him. And a few seconds later, when Merida, the librarian, walked in to buy her daily baguette, she walked past Jasper like she didn't even see him. When Marletta went to the counter to buy her bread, Joris was directed, and that's when Jasper made his move. He pulled the tube of toothpaste out of his pocket and grabbed the glass lid off the donut platter. Or less he tried to. But because when Jasper reached for his lid and hands went out throated fresh, Jasper was so confused that he ran outside onto the street. But what happened next upset him even more, because when he stood in front of the mirror shop, he didn't have a reflection. Jasper realized that no one could see or hear him, and when he made a complete fool for himself, nobody noticed. Even when Jasper burst in on the Mommy, Me, and Me class at the yoga studio, Everyone just keep doing their thing like he didn't just exist. Jasper tried talking himself into a thinking. This is a good thing because if no one could see him, he could pull off some really epic pranks. Just then a line of people walked past. Jasper. It was Brom, his best friend growing up, and his first school teacher, Mrs. Bendick. Everyone was dressed in black and looked really sad. And Jasper saw his own mother in the back of the line bawling her eyes out. Everyone was heading into the church, so Jasper followed him inside. They had even, though Jasper knew no one could see him, he felt a little undressed, so he sat in the back pew by himself. It didn't take long for Jasper to figure out that he was on the funeral, but he was still pretty shocked when he realized who the funeral was for. The preacher and said the guy who died was toilet papering somebody's front yard and struck by lightning. And you probably already figured out that person was Jasper. So now Jasper knew the truth. He wasn't invisible all this time. He was dead. And he had to sit there while everyone came up to the front of the church to say a few words. Usually at funerals, people say nice things about the person who died, but all could talk about was Jasper's annoying pranks. For the first time ever, Jasper could see that sometimes he took his sometimes he took his pranks too far. And he wished he could live his whole life over again and became a fisherman or a librarian or just about anything other than the village prankster. After the last person spoke, it was time for the final goodbyes. And when Jasper's mom went up to the coffin, it was a little hard for Jasper to watch. Jasper had no idea you're supposed to do at the funeral when you are a person who died. So even though it felt weird, he went up to say his goodbyes too. But there was nobody in the coffin at all. There was just a pumpkin with a face drawn on it. It was which looked like Jasper. Then someone and everybody started laughing at once. And that was the moment when Jasper realized he wasn't really dead, and this was all one being pranked. Jasper was happy he was alive, but to be honest, he was annoying that other villagers got him so good. Besides, he had a lot of questions. For one thing, he couldn't figure it out how his hands went through the glass donut lid in the bakery. Then Joris explained that his nephew was a witch with technology and the whole donut platter was a hologram. And when Jasper said why he couldn't see his reflection in the mirror, the guy who won the mirror shop said he replaces mirrors with televisions that show an empty peppermint. Then the people who were in the yoga studio said they almost lost it when Jasper walked into their class. Bloggy woggy wobble noggy. It turned out a whole village was in the joke, and since pranking was kind of Jasper's that thing and the hard time admitting they got him, Jasper told everyone about the instant prank, but his were way better. Okay, now we didn't have many time, but there is more pages left by chapter 2. So I don't think we should just be reading this chapter for today. I'll be reading this chapter for tomorrow. And now please thumbs up my YouTube and bye bye everyone.